It is Thursday, and this is my Friday, our Friday. And today I'm coming on to talk about why I decided to create Danja Tales. And I've been thinking about this, even though it was a thing that progressed over time. But I want to talk a little bit about it today. And I guess it's sort of feeling like a story time, but kind of not. So if you are going to stick around, we're going to jump into it. If not, don't forget to thumbs up this video and share it with someone who is interested in not going on the journey of writing their book alone, because that is the core of what we do at Danja Tales. And so for everybody else, just in case you're new around here, my name is Dana. I'm a USA Today bestselling author in both romance and paranormal romance. I am a developmental editor, and I am the chief storyteller at Danja Tales. I help romance and fantasy authors craft addictive novels, and those are stories that readers can't help but to gobble up and share with their reading friends. We also help authors to build profitable publishing careers. So, whether you are writing your first book or you are leveling up your author brand, I am here to help you write, launch, and sell with confidence. And the primary thought in my mind when I decided I was going to create Danja Tales was this thought that I used to tell my clients. So I've been an editor, I guess, rounding roughly 20 years. Danja Tales has been around for 5 years. And one of the things that I used to always tell my clients over those years was I loved being in environments where you could work on your own, but not alone. And that has always been sort of the thread that sews everything together. Okay, as a quilter, that sort of brings everything together. And so when I decided I wanted to do Danja Tales, at that time I was doing a lot of developmental editing. I was also doing a lot of plotting for clients, and because I was plotting a lot, it made it so that people were interested in me plotting for them, but also knowing, how do you do this? Like, how do you do a plot for steamy romance one day, and then you do another plot for a YA sweet romance, or you do another plot for an urban fantasy, or you do another part for a domestic thriller. And to me, I'm really good at compartmentalizing in my brain and in my life. So to me, it was really easy. I never really thought a lot about it until, as a plotter, I was moving from client to client to client. Each day I was dealing with a different genre sometimes. And there was some clients where I was just plotting, a lot of books. There was another client where I was doing a trilogy. There was another client where we were working on a 5-book series. Like, every day was something different. And when people started asking me that question, I realized, oh, well, this is how. And when I told them, a lot of people was like, what? So two things were like my secret weapons. One was a template. I have one template that I've literally been able to write hundreds of novels with for myself and plot hundreds of novels for others. And the other thing is I have a system, I have a process. So I began to challenge myself to articulate and to sort of codify my process. And that turned into my very first course. Now, the thing that always made me have a hang up about a course was, y'all, I told y'all I'm an introvert. I don't want to have to be responsible for community, being the center of attention. I don't want all that. I want to do what I love, be able to dip out, dip in, dip out. And so, which is so hilarious because now we have a community and I absolutely love it. But at the time, I just wasn't ready for that. And so, doing the course, and I decided to hire a coach. And when I hired that coach, it was to challenge myself to get outside of my comfort zone, because once I codified what I did and I started working using that with some of my ongoing clients, and we started seeing some great results. A couple of them was like, Dana, you have got to launch this. And I was like, because I didn't know like the how and the what am I going to do, and do I really want to do it, and what if I don't feel like being bothered? Y'all, people tire me out. And so I hired the coach and worked through the process of creating our first course, which was it was a I called it a workshop because I just wasn't really, and still am not interested in learning for the sake of learning, but for implementation and for doing. And so the workshop was the Dream Bigger Writers Workshop. That was our first workshop. And it was an 8-week experience. And I would say of those, I think the first time we did it, I think we had like 12 students. And I would say of those 12, I think 5 or 6 are still writing today. And that's been 5 years ago. But what's very interesting is that's my first workshop or my first course, but I don't actually consider it our flagship. And so as an overflow of doing that, and that is how I then said, well, this is the overarching view of like, this is how I do it. This is how you essentially understand and learn reader expectations, because that was the heart of what I had to do. And how do you put that into a story? But then it became, well, then how do you do it at a level that it helps you to market your book with more ease? And that's when I started working on Addictive Novel, because of working with some key clients and them saying, how do you do that? Like, wait, and me being able to guide them in this direction, mainly because I had this process. And so that was the birth of the birth of, yeah, I'm about to say Essence of Me because that's where I do my crafting. But that's the birth of Danja Tales, of wanting to help people write the stories that they've always wanted to tell, and helping them with a process that helped me to create hundreds of stories, and that yielded now thousands of novels. And I'm always so thankful and grateful that I get to work with the people that I get to work with, and just am hopeful and prayerful that it will continue, because I absolutely love what I do. I love it. I love it. I love it. And so it has, Addictive Novel is our mentorship program now. We have continued to build upon it, and now it allows me to bring in all the things that I enjoy doing, teaching people the process of building the stories that they want to tell and making that a part and a cornerstone of their brand, but also identifying and writing the reader expectations that are required to write that story, and then going through the process of reading and evaluating those stories. And so bringing in my developmental editing skills to help them create something where they feel confident about what they are writing before they move into sharing that with the world. And the next phase of this, I think it's going to be insane, as we are working with our students to ensure that they have the foundation that they need to begin to scale it at a level of being profitable. And our goal is to have them have $5,000 or more a month from royalties from their books. And I've had clients that are in the hundreds, and I've had clients that are in the 5 figures a month. Like, I've had the entire spectrum. And I think all of that is a personal choice. To me, my heart is always at, like, are you creating the stories that you really want to tell, and are you enjoying the process? And what you do with it from there is on you. And thankfully, we can help them with that too. But what I really, really love are the stories. So If you are new around here, I'd totally love to know, like, how did you find me? Are you a writer or a novelist, or do you want to be a novelist? Let me know in the comments. I will definitely see you all there. This is my Friday at the time of this recording, so I will see you all really, really soon. And as always, actually, hard pause. Before I go, if you are on this journey and you are wanting to write more, as we say on the podcast, you want to make the thing that you love the thing that you do, and you don't want to do that on your own, or you are someone that you are writing stories and you're not sure whether you are meeting those reader expectations, or it makes it very difficult for you to market your books, then definitely let me know. Hit me in the DM me and let's chat it up, because that is where I thrive and I would love to join you on your journey. With that said, your girl is out. Have a fantastic weekend. I'll talk with you all really, really soon. And as always, happy writing. Goodbye.